Dear Diarrhea, diary full of shit. Just play along, me, myself, and I, and no one else. Show you I'm so legit. Stumbled across a video. I didn't search for it or anything. You know, it probably came up. It's called something like "Damn Nature, You Scary" or whatever. So it's one of those where it's like the whole bunch. And I don't know the name of the channel, but I put it, as of now, it's the latest video in my funny shit folder. There's lots of funny stuff in there, but I think it's it's a shark, then it's like a porcupine. It kind of poop. But on that girl's titty there. And then it's a baba. Okay, so again, babas everywhere. Where are all these babas coming from? This is a thing, you know, because I've kind of been, you know, talking this mess, you know, for a minute here, you know, this bullshit and all that. So the babas on videos thing is new. Although, like I said, you know, Google, Facebook, you know, fucker, whatever, YouTube, all that stuff, you know, they got their fingers, their dirty little fingers in everybody's pies. It's interesting when people die. Give us dirty laundry. It's a song. I like the part where it's all kick them when they're up, kick them when they're down, kick them when they're up, kick them when they're down, because it makes like this weird robotic noise. She can tell you about the plane crash with the gleam in her eye. It's an old song. It's a good oldie but goodie. I don't know who sings it or the name of it, but you could probably find it by typing in, you know, dirty laundry song. There's probably some other songs that might pop up too. Dirty laundry song. Kind of like a spoof silly song. But this is an actual song. You used to be able to hear it on the radio. Probably couldn't hear it on the radio now. There's no stations still around to play that shit. As I said, you know, I used to listen to classic rock and stuff because I listen to all different types, different genres or whatever of music. And I have noticed that every now and then you'll hear like an old Metallica song or something on the classic rock station, and I've said this before. It doesn't become classic rock because it's just old. Classic rock is a genre like in and of itself. The sound, and I'm not a music buff or anything, so I don't know this shit, but it seems to me, you know, so I don't know what you would call music from like the aughts, you know, like the 2005 and 8 and so forth. I don't know. But you don't group it in there, you know, with classic rock. I don't know what you do with it. You keep it where it's at. Because new stuff, you know, musicians keep making new music, right? So obviously some of it's going to be lost to the wayside. Because radios, you know, I don't know how they work, if they're only allowed to play so many songs. Obviously they want to keep the songs that do well, that people listen to, however they track that. They want to play those songs a fair amount. Like back in the day, it was like the hippity hop station. I didn't really listen to that a lot, but, you know, I listened to it every now and then. But my friend, that was his station. He would just put it there and just put it there because that was his, like, image, right? And he would say that. He's like, they play the same, like, 12 songs over and over again on this station. You know, and I'd give him some shit, you know, like, well, that's because you're so uncultured and you don't know what else is out there, you know. Like, take me, for example. You know, I listen to a little of the hippity hops, a little of the rockety rocks, a little bit of the classic rockety rocks. And back in my day, when I was like 16, Cool 105 used to play, you know, like the Beach Boys and Hey Mickey, You're So Fine, You're So, and all that. That's gone. You're going to have to find that like on the internet. You cannot listen to that music on the radio. In my day, you could. You cannot now. It's gone. And, you know, a little modern stuff, you know, like, oh, whatever, you know, this is actually a good song where it's all, there's like a remake of it, but I'm talking about the original one. The music was better back in my day. It really was, and I'm not the only one to say this. But Anyway, and like the hippity hops and stuff, like Snoop Dogg started doing collaborations with like Katy Perry, like back in the like 2010 and onward. You know, it's like no, what the hell? What happened? You know, da 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 da. You know, or whatever. What's the name of that song? It's from Snoop Dogg, I think. Anyway, uh, after that digress. So now, you know, I'll probably be getting Bebe videos left and right because I've mentioned it. You know, I mentioned it in an audio presentation that I uploaded, which is something they keep track of. I don't know this, but they almost have to be. They know, you know, they're looking for keywords in the videos that you upload, the type of videos that you're watching, the type of shit that you search, keystrokes. And that's true with everything, like your phone and whatnot. You ever type something in on your phone and something pops up and it's like, now how the hell did you know that I was looking for that? All I typed in was, you know, WO, you know, and, you know, something popped up and it's like, but then you realize, oh, I bet you just en masse, you know, that's a fairly searchable thing. I can't think of anything particular, but you probably know what I'm talking about, dear online family and friends. You know, where you type in. Oh shit. You know, like here's an example. You type in DM, and then you know Department of Motor Vehicle pops up. It's like, how did you know that? You know, it's like because it's a highly searched word, not just for you personally on your phone, but everybody. So anyway, but yeah, cute Baba. What the fuck is that? Do they live at the zoo or something? Because if that happened out of the blue, I mean, I'd be like, whoa. Is that a pet? You know, do they live like in Africa or something? I'm just thinking, I saw that wiki chair or whatever made out of like wiki weeds. My grandparents used to have a chair like that. Wiki furniture, whatever. They coat it in like this stuff. But yeah, it's furniture made out of weeds. Depending on the climate you live in, I guess you could get away with it. If it's outdoors, if it's indoors, it'll last longer. It's fairly uncomfortable. I remember they only had one chair, but yeah, that was a leopard. Whoa, you know. I mean, that's why I'm kind of thinking maybe it's a pet, you know, and it was just being playful. Holy shit. Um, I guess I'm just sort of thinking out loud. And the Baba, of course, it's cute. Number one, because I mean, look at it. It's a little Baba. You know, it looks like it's at the age where it can't even really crawl yet. He or she. You know, so it kind of slooches. You know, and kind of locomotes itself with its arms and its legs, but it's still kind of scooching on its belly. It's not raising itself up and crawling that way. You know, and then they go like the wind. So, anyway, I'm just thinking out loud. But I did an audio presentation the other day where I had talked about babies are funny when they cry because they have different types of crying, you know, and that was like one of those cries. Because it's a little Baba. Everything's just so new to it. That's why they're always looking around the way they are with those big giant eyes. You know, whoa, what's that? Oh, wow, that is a green shirt. And then they start laughing, you know, and it's just everything is just so new. You know, that is literally the first time they've ever seen a haircut like that. You know, and whatever. But, so it kind of does that. You know, it's like it doesn't know, and it's like, yeah, just watch it for yourself. It's damn, and that that, that girl. I'm assuming that was a girl digging for like a spider or something. It's like, ah, oh, what'd you think was gonna happen? You know, man. What was some other funny stuff? The Russian chasing off the bear. Russians. I'm telling you, man. Uh, and the dogs, you know, these tiny little dogs always chasing after these big animals. You know, the two dogs with the black bear and the one dog with the moose. And the guy doesn't even doesn't even realize it until it's heading towards him. The one little bear, the guy saw, yeah, that's a pretty small bear. Ding, 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 ding. Small bear, cubs, you know, mama bear around. So, I guess some people don't know that. If you stumble across the Baba Bear, you don't bust out your iPhone and, you know, get some good material for the grams and the tubes. You hightail it out of there, calmly yet quickly, which hopefully you chose the right direction and you're not going to Mama Bear. You know, and that's another thing, when you're hiking, it would be a good idea to hike in at least two people, right? So, because you'll have a better chance, at least one able-bodied person to administer first aid and shit like that. It's be more prone to, you know, if there's two of you, carry your bear spray, obviously. Two if you're alone, in case one doesn't work or you need two. You should have two anyway, even if there's two of you, so 4. Bear spray, not pepper spray. And maybe wear like a bell around your ankle, you know, or something, so you're making more noise so you don't come across an animal with cubs or not cubs and startle it. And as far as packing, you know, your concealed carry and the laws and stuff, wherever you live, I don't know. Might not be a bad idea. You know, do you want to carry a piece? You know, a slide type rubber bander or a revolver, because revolvers, you know, aren't going to jam on you, right? So I'm not big on rubber banders, so I don't know how fast it takes to clear a jam. If it's just I guess it's called the tap rack or something like that, where you clear it and tap the bottom and then clear it again or something like that. I'll have to look into it. But still, I mean, when milliseconds count, do you want to be and then re-aim, you know? Or do you just want to... Now, as far as trigger pull, can I say that on Fascist Tube? Well, you don't know, I could be triggered. Yeah, that would be a hard one for them to police. You know what I mean? Trigger as in trigger, or trigger as in I'm triggered. Hey, good luck with that, Fascist Tube. Even your side uses that word a lot. But, you know, as far as trigger pull, ease, you know, the getting off target during pull and then getting back on target, you know, after the recoil. Because it's kind of a roll in the hand as opposed to a back on the hand, just because of the way the handle's set up. But I read that somewhere. I thought you said you don't remember shit that you read and watch. Most of it I don't. But yet remember, if it's important to me, I'll remember it for the rest of my life. So just calm down. Stop trying to pick apart my shit. I know you so desperately want to be justified in your hatred, and probably believe that you are. You don't need to be justified. You're taking on air, ain't you? You feel a certain way, you know, about what I'm saying or what I'm doing, don't you? There you go. So, and you still do. You make, like, the feelings I have towards people or humanity, I sign off on them. I stand behind that shit. That shit is in my docket. So, and maybe you feel the same way about me. All right. Well, you do you, I'll do me. I got a saber, you got a saber. Are we going to rattle them? Are we going to use them? What are we going to do? What are we doing? You know? Judge not, lest you judge, for the same measure you use will be used on you, and we're getting all righteous and shit again. All right, that's not my first choice. I choose not to weaponize Scripture, but I can also use it in return. If you throw that big damn rock in my yard, I'm going to calmly walk over, pick it up, and chuck it over. I'm not even going to hit you with it. I'm just going to say, I'm going to get your attention. Hey, yo, buddy, here's your rock. And I might have a message for you along with it. I might scribble it on there. You know, I might say it in person, you know, whatever. But yeah, we different. Thank God for that. Anyway, forgot why I went down that rabbit trail. Oh yeah, the really lover. You got less rubber bands. If I was out in the wilderness, I'd go for some fairly big caliber, hollow point. I'd want to carry some extra rounds, or some of them I guess come in. Well, it's like you can change out the, what do I call that thing? Anyway, pick your, you know, whatever you want. Aim for the head, okay? And that's still going to be like, you know? So in that case, you might want to carry 2, right? That way you've got 12. That's another thing, too. If you're fully loaded with rubber bands, I guess that ups the chance of a jam. So you got, you know, 10 and 1 in the chamber or something like that. It's like, ooh, I got all these, you know, chances to stop the oncoming, you know, what have you. But like I said, you know, so this is just gonna be a real quick mention, but it turned into a 17-minute thing. I don't know, Kosinaboo. Damn, girl. I'm kind of thinking babies are kind of cute and shit now, too. I mean, they are, you know. They're oddly shaped, and, you know, they're wearing their diaper butts, you know. And like I said, the little onesies, and they're crawling around like this little creature. You know, it's like they're a pet, but it's like, that's a little parson. You know? And you look at your loving wife, you know, and you're like, we did that. Well, mostly you did that, but I mean, we, you know. I provided at least 5% of the effort and resources that went into it. You know, there was some genetic code, you know, in that, you know, swimmer. But the one, only took one, and you did the rest. Baby, you're so amazing. But anyway, yeah, that is, we did that. Look at the little shit. But anyway, yeah. Boy, I would envy you chicks, man. Like, what's her name? Well, my future ex-wife. Like I said, I don't know what the hell, you know. I just don't really care one way or the other, but you know, she had said that, stop wasting our baby making years. And like I said, that's kind of an odd thing to say. I don't know if she meant that just generally speaking, Team Woman, or did her and her Coco Caramello, creamy, dreamy, Denzel Washington Jr., light-skinned brother, lover like no other, you know, dude, you know, pull some stunt, you know, like that old dude that she was dating, that I swear to God, I'm not trying to be funny, I thought it was her dad. I remember, oh, isn't that cute? A father-daughter motorcycle trip to Motorcycleville in motorcycle time. That was her lover. But I guess something happened there, I'm gonna assume. So anyway, she's just on my list, whatever. But yeah, because like I said, you know, you broads, you're it. you know. You're the kitchen, you're the ingredients, you're the oven, you're the plates and dishes. All the dude is the spark to start the fire. And then he's out. You know, as far as creating life. So not to sound like a simp, you know, but fellas, my real ones, take time to let your woman know that you appreciate her and you love her and you adore her. You don't have to say it, because that cheapens it. Let her know. Show it. Now, it'll be a sign of affection, and do it however you want to, but her quirks and her personality and this, that, and the other, so however you want to go about it, players. My real ones. But, and that'll mean a lot. And don't, overthink it, I was just thinking, this baby making business in this family, you're mostly responsible for that, so I just wanted to let you know, gee, thanks for everything you do. Women are great. I'm just a dumb dope. Don't, you know what I'm saying, right? You gotta have a unspoken statement. But but yeah, that's gotta be like kind of stressful, you know what I mean? Because you broads, you're it mostly. I mean, you can't do it without the dude, but other than the fact that that one little contributing factor, that one single solitary sperm. Although talk about being a mighty sperm, though, you know what I mean? He contributes. We'll assume that sperm are male in nature. He contributes all that, So anyway, have a good day. You're welcome.